Hi again. Welcome back to Comments, Questions, and Concerns. My name is a.k.a. And I want to talk about a video that I saw on one of my favorite shows, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. And one of the segments was about this police chief out in Tampa, Florida. Hey, Tampa, Florida. Love that place. Lived in Tampa Bay for 12 years. I miss it. I miss the fishing. Beautiful area, beautiful beaches. But police chief was riding around in a golf cart that didn't have the license. But before we get to that, please give me the HOV special. That stands for Help Out a Veteran Special by liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. So you can find this video, of course, and watch it yourself and draw your own opinion. But the police chief, she decided to pull out her badge and ID and tell the sheriff, I believe it was a deputy that pulled him over. She wasn't driving the golf cart, and she proceeds to tell them that she's the police chief and that she was hoping that they can be let go on this one. And a lot of people were going off, having an issue with it. So I used to be in law enforcement long ago. And whenever I traveled across the country, which I enjoyed doing, if I was to get pulled over, if I was driving someone else's car, whatever the case may be, one of the things that I like to do right away is identify myself, because sometimes I was licensed and armed, and I wanted to let the officer know who I was and what I was doing. And also there's something called professional courtesy that many departments, not all, that if they come in contact with another officer, hey, all right, you weren't doing nothing major, so we're going to say have a good day, because we know we all have to work together. All the departments have to work together, from federal, state, county, city, tribal. There's a lot of police in America. People don't realize that. Also in America, there are billions of laws. So sometimes it's up to the officer to have discretion to decide, okay, this one wasn't such a major deal, or this one is a major deal, or this person is a good person, no tickets, no warrants, and they just happen to didn't stop completely at a stop sign. So we're just going to tell them, hey, have a good day. Just be careful next time. And I've heard stories of especially women who will show a little bit more of themselves to say, oh, hey, officer, I'm just not thinking right today. Will you, kind of persuade the officer to let them go? So that happens all the time. So I don't understand what's the big hoopla about this this chief of police showing her badge and ID, which pretty much all the officers I know, and I have a lot of friends who are still on the force, who do that. That's one of the first things that you want to do, to let the officer know, hey, you're a licensed officer, a peace officer, and right away they know most likely you have a weapon on you. So it kind of de-escalates the situation. So I didn't see a big deal about it. But for some reason, I got a response when I made that comment on the video from a Kelly Alvarado. It says it wasn't that she identified herself, it was that she outright asked to be let out of the ticket. Anyone in charge of enforcing laws that is asking for a favor to get away with breaking the law themselves should not be in law enforcement. Well, I don't know if it's a man or woman, there's no picture, it's just a letter K. Well, Kelly, just to let you know, there are billions of laws on the books. It is impossible for one person to follow every single law on the books. Not going to happen. So you have officer discretion. Okay. So the police chief, in my view, did nothing wrong by identifying herself, showing proof of who she was with her badge and ID, and asking that officer at the time, hey, I know it's up to you, but I'm asking you, can you do us a favor this time and let us go? Most likely that officer was going to let them go anyway, once he realized, okay, yeah, this is the police chief of Tampa, which is a major city in America, especially in Florida. He most likely was going to let that slide and not give her She wasn't even driving. It was her friend. I don't know who the guy was, but let them go on about their way because it wasn't a major infraction. They didn't catch her with a ton of illegal drugs, some mess like that. So there was no issue of her asking for a favor. We all ask for a favor. Before I was in law enforcement, if I got pulled over, if I felt like an officer was going to give me a ticket for whatever the case may be, I might plead my case right then and there and say, hey, it's an emergency. I was on my way to the hospital for whatever the case may be. Could you please find it within yourself to let this one slide? So everyone, correction, maybe not everyone, a lot of people, they ask, hey, can you let this one slide? All right. Also, we have, what do we have next here? Because we had a couple of replies to my statement there. Person KMK says, your inability to comprehend this very simple context, just wow. I don't understand. I guess this person is just trying to be rude and saying that I can't comprehend what's going on, because they are replying to me. I completely understand what was happening, and I explained why I didn't think it was such a big deal. And then we have William Crow. She tried to use her rank as a get out of jail free card. Come on, be real. Excuse me. She knew she was the police chief of Tampa. Okay, so she knew probably, hey, yeah, we getting pulled over for something, but there wasn't anything major that she's going to be going to jail over. So some people just don't like cops. All right, a cop can walk on water and they'll still say, hey, that person, it's private property. They shouldn't be walking on water over there. Lock them up. So, all right, Mr. William. Yeah, really? A get out of jail free card. No, she was just showing who she was, identifying herself, letting that officer, that peace officer know, okay, yeah, she might, most likely the chief of police from Tampa is most likely armed wherever she goes. All right, because I'm sure she's got a lot of enemies out there. As the saying goes, uneasy lays the head of he or she who wears the crown. And so she was just proving who she was and was asking for professional courtesy. That's all there is to it. All right, so I enjoyed the replies. Please, if you get a chance, I would love to hear from you if you have a rebuttal, which I'm sure a lot of you do, because you have. I've been typing and responding to a lot of people for a long time on YouTube. All right. So again, please give me the HOV special. That's Help Out a Veteran special. My name is a.k.a. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Until then, be well.